Bring it in.
A long time we are waiting for the date, and now we get it. We're marching on to victory.
Master, them a eat off long time.
Labour Party marching, Labour Party marching, marching on to victory. Labour Party marching on. All right, marching on to victory.
Tap up the screen, my friend. Tap up the screen.
Labour Party marching, marching.
Tell a friend, bring a friend.
Jump and shout.
Wave it all about.
We shall have the victory. Jump and shout.
Wave it all about.
We shall have the victory. Come now. Oh yes.
Voting for Labour.
All right. Me and me neighbor. Bring them. Voting for Labour. Carry them. Me and me neighbor. Voting for Labour. Oh yes. Me and me neighbor. Voting for Labour. All right. Jump and shout. Tell it all about. We shall have the victory. There's got to be a better way. Must be. We are gonna make that change. Yes, we will now. Make a need a chance to turn their life around. We are gonna make that change. Tell them again. There's got to be a better way. Oh yes, we are gonna make that change. Jamaica need a chance to turn their life around. We are gonna make that change. Come now.
Me and me neighbor.
All right. Voting for Labour. Oh yes. Me and me neighbor. Voting for Labour. Vote them out. Me and me neighbor. Vote them out. Voting for Labour. All right. Me and me neighbor. Oh yes. Voting for Labour. Me not hear you. Jump and shout. Tell it all about. We shall have the
Yes, go. Good afternoon. We are here. Shower to the people. Shower to the people.
Bruce Coley, he will lead the way. Yes,
Now is Andrew leading the way.
I know he will now. Labour Party marching, Labour Party marching, marching on to victory. Tell them, Bruce Coley, he will lead the way. Yes, he will now. Bruce Coley, he will lead the way. I know he will now. Labour Party marching, Labour Party marching, marching on to victory. Tell them again, me and the neighbor. All right.
Voting for Labour.
Equal rights and justice is our everlasting song. Unity and progress will make our nation strong.
Stand up for your rights.
When you hear the bell,
Stand up for justice.
hear the freedom bell. Remember Bustamante, he served you well. Stand up, Jamaicans.
When you hear the bell. And keep our nation strong. Stand up for your rights.
When you hear the bell, stand up for justice.
Hear the freedom bell.
Remember Bustamante, he
Served you well.
Stand up, Jamaicans, when you hear the bell. Stand up, sons and daughters.
Your only hope is in the bell.
God will guide our progress and make our nation strong.
So stand up for your rights.
When you hear the bell, stand up for justice.
Hear the freedom bell.
Remember, Mr. Man, we serve you well.
Stand up, Jamaica.
When you hear the bell.
So I believe that we must do a little adjustment to this song, Yes, while we all respect and love Bustamante, we need to tailor it to match the party leader at the time. Yes. Carol, good afternoon. Yes. Yeah, we need to tailor this song to match whoever the party leader is. So we every time we have a new party leader, we'll incorporate their name in the song. Yeah, man. I think a song that says, "Look at how Andrew Holness is serving you well." Yes, we're not taking anything away from the great Buster, but yeah, we need to start here. We need to treat it like God Save the Queen, Yes. Which now change to God Save the King. So we need to tailor it to match the leader at the time, which right now is Andrew Holness. And whenever I change to somebody else, we tailor it to match them also. So yeah, I think we need to look into that one. But blessed people, blessed Friday evening to everybody. Hope everybody had a good week going into the weekend, and I hope all of the plans for the weekend, those who plan to relax, those who are just moving to leave the 9 to 5 and go do the homework, as we call it. But the political work never ends. I see the Prime Minister is out in the field, he's in St. Thomas today, pointing to the people, say, before we start building this urban center, where would you all have to go to seek job? You don't have to leave St. Thomas and come in a town for any opportunity. Right? But the Prime Minister was there in person, pointing out, said, there, we are bringing the opportunities to UNO. We don't have to go nowhere else to see it. Now, I don't know what else can be done. I don't know what else can be done. I see the Prime Minister touring one of our major projects, which is the Montego Bay Road. And you had people in the comment saying that no matter how much road you make, we still not vote for you. So people like them, there is last cause, and those are not the voters we are seeking. The voters we are seeking are people who care about Jamaica, who care about the values that Jamaica has, who care about the future of Jamaica and Jamaicans, who care about them children and them children's children. Those are the people who we are trying to wake up and say, do not let people who we sit here and tell you, say, good works of a government won't let them win. Do not make people like people who do that decide the direction of this country. We did that in 1989. We did that in 1992. It happened in 1997. It happened in 2002. It happened in 2011. Where people who know better and want better stand aside and let I don't know how to categorize it, but the mega class that the government is rebuilding, the workers, the working people, the teachers that are seen. Yeah, man, Messiah Trigger. Mama Joy, bless up yourself. Right? I saw on many different occasions where well-thinking person stand on the sideline. So that's why I said we're calling out the teachers now who are benefiting from the government. the police, who not only has your salary increase, but your working condition has also been increased. Your safety on the job has also been increased. Right? You now have to look and realize, as a police officer, which government is interested in not only making my job easier, which government is investing in my profession, which government has invested in my profession, right? Which government is giving me the free reins to go out there and do what I am supposed to do? The answer is clear and simple. It's the government of Andrew Michael Holness. Same thing goes for the teacher. Not only has your salary increased significantly, but your working conditions has also increased, improved. Yes. Yeah, man, big man. Is he still alive? I thought his life ended. I thought the PM live has ended. Hold on. I don't know, so I not completed my PM already, you know. So if my PM live over there, I go. I thought the PM life has ended. The PM life ended, man. Right, but yeah, man, but we have to. Oh, wait, the PM is still live. I think it's on again. Right, but we have to look into these things. Look at who. Look at which government is investing in these areas. So the teachers, we have to challenge them now to come out. Do not follow the leadership of the JTA. If by now you guys have not realized that the leadership of the JTA don't have the best interests at heart. The leadership of the JTA do not have the best interests of the teachers at heart. The leaders of the JTA are interested in two things. They are interested in playing politics, and they are interested in collecting your money. They are interested in playing politics, and they are interested in collecting your money. So I am urging the teachers who have to defy the orders given to you by the J3 and vote on your conscience. Yes, vote on your conscience. Vote for who has improved on your lives and livelihood. Yes, do not follow the propaganda. Yes, I agree. Several teachers have gotten the opportunities and has gone overseas to teach. But several teachers has also graduated from our teachers' college. To quote, no, I'm not going to quote said person, but we don't have crisis in any of these sectors. If nurses get the opportunity to go overseas and they take it, we graduate some of the finest nurses every year. Yes. We graduate some of the finest nurses every year. And the fact that we're in a position where we can export so many teachers and so many nurses, it says a lot about our training programs. It says a lot about our training programs, and they need to be commended for that. Right? So we have no crisis in any of these sectors. The salaries for teachers and nurses are now better than it has ever been. Police officers, soldiers, even the lowly security guard is now enjoying a far better salary than they ever had. The lowly security guard is now able to take his payslip, go to the National Housing Trust, and literally qualify for a loan. When was this ever possible before? When was this ever possible? This has never been possible in the history of Jamaica, whereby a security guard can actually go get a loan and qualify for home ownership. This government put that in place. Now earlier I was scrolling through and I landed on Suchman. I landed on Suchman live, where I hear Hugh Richards trying to justify the 70s. When he was asking the question, a period in which the masses would have benefited more from the government. Ainsley, bless up yourself. Hugh Richards was asking somebody to give him a period other than the 70s where the masses would have benefited more from the government. Hugh Richards, if I give you a cow and then come back in at the night, come thief the cow, can you claim that as a benefit? That would be my question to you, Richard. If I give you a cow and then come back in at the night, come thief it, could that be counted as a benefit? I don't think so. So the fact that as I speak at the every day, right? And I don't know if anybody saw that as a benefit. Yes, I said it before. I said it every day. That when the PNP came to power in 1972, they embarked on a series of crash program work where they dole out money. Yes, they doled out money to them supporters. But could that be called the masses benefiting when that did not lead to any growth in the country? No, that was governmental waste. That was the largest case of governmental waste this country has ever seen. But people like you, Richards, will come and tell you that the masses was benefiting. But at what cost? At what cost was that happening? Right? So the answer should have been given that any other period during the country, during this era, the last 8 years, is a period in this country where the masses are benefiting from their government. The masses are benefiting from the government. Because we're not single-handedly giving something to a few people. We're not giving out things to the detriment of the country. We are growing the country, and the people, the masses in turn, are benefiting from that growth. And that is what people need to understand. So anytime you hear Hugh Richards or Suchman or any one of them surrogates with that line, but the 70s where the masses benefit, bull crap. Bull crap. Right? And I would have gone on that place to correct them, but no, nowadays, me leave them in their own vomit. Leave them in their own vomit. Make them spew them own vomit with themselves. Right? Yes, but I spoke of it all the time, Anne-Marie, right? And that dear time, remember giving history, and I say, coming out of the 60s, when we had a government, the Labour Party government, Buster, Shearer, and 3 prime ministers we have at the time, that oversaw the economy of the country to record growth. Record growth to oversaw the economy of the country under. And at the time, the PNP came on the campaign trail with one of them slogans, which is better must come. They won. We had a economic growth at the time at 18.5%, largest in the country's history. We have never returned to those level of growth. Never. So the PNP did inherit one of the greatest economy in the world. Michael Manley administration of 1972 inherited one of the greatest economy in the world. But like I said now, they embark on a series of crash program work, which involved them doling out money to supporters, doling out money to party loyalists, without any guardrail as to how the country was gonna benefit or how the government would have recouped those money once it was given out. There was no guardrail. Now, I am always honest with the people when I speak. So I say the idea that Michael had at the time, it wasn't a bad idea. It was just poorly executed. It was poorly executed. In that, when you're giving out money and say, go farm the land, eat what you grow and grow what you eat. Better never came for true winner. You have to ensure that you're actually giving out that money to farmers. You have to ensure that people actually have land. You have to ensure that people are going to actually do farming. There was nothing like that. There was absolutely no guardrails in place to ensure that Jamaica, the tree, Jamaica would have benefited. None whatsoever. So the people take that money, they went, Honda 50 became the most popular bike in Jamaica. When they get dirty, them use red stripe beer and wash it. 2 years after 1972, 1974, Michael Manley was in Washington because the country broke. Michael was in Washington because the country broke. So when you hear Hugh Richards is going to tell that the masses benefited. No. Hugh Richards, you are wrong. You are misleading. And because now, such man is not smart enough to question you, him give you free reign if you go on with them stupidness there. Because as me say, such man is just a paid actor in the movie. Man not a real star. He just a paid little extra. So him allow you to speak those things without challenging you, without saying, come with the evidence, Mr. Richard. Prove it to me, say it work. No. Yeah, man, from them time there, we have been sliding. We have been sliding. Now, after that act, remember, in 1976, leading up to the 76 election, Michael Manley and his government became so unpopular. Michael Manley and his government by 1976 had become so unpopular that he was staring down the barrel of a massive election defeat. What did he do? He declared a state of emergency. He locked up the opposition and went to general election. So that is how Michael Manley was given 2 terms. The people of Jamaica did not give Michael Manley 2 terms. He took one. Right? He took it. He even see it. Right? The people of Jamaica did not vote in the PMV 2 terms in the 1970s. Because the first term was a dismal failure. Right? He became possibly the most unpopular government in the world. Probably even more unpopular than Hitler. Than Hitler government in Germany. And he was staring down the barrel of what would have been a massive electoral defeat in 1976. So he did what the persons that he was friends with do. Who was his friends around these times? Cuba, Russia, Grenada, all those people. And as Chap said, which I agree with, and I've said it on many occasions, he was more interested at the time in his position to be leader of the anti-imperialist movement. That was more important to him than being a prime minister to Jamaica. So his profile over there was far more important. His profile on the world stage as being anti-American, as being antagonistic to the Americans, was more important to him than the people of Jamaica. So you, Richard, when you're asking, this period in Jamaica is a time when the masses are benefiting more than any other time, because while people are benefiting, we're also taking care of the country. While people are benefiting, we are taking care of the country. Never before, it was, no, let me say this first. It was the Labour Party, led by Andrew Holness in 2016, that campaigned and doing something for the working class. Yeah? It was the Jamaica Labour Party of 2016 that started to campaign about doing something for the working class. Bear this in mind, you know, I read something recently that says the three tier of people in the world. You have the poor, you have the rich, and you have the middle class. The middle class is the one that pays for everything. The rich get majority of the money that is spent by the middle class. But the rich convince the middle class that is the poor that is taking everything. And because the middle class can only see the poor and can't see the rich and believe. It is the Jamaica Labour Party government that is rebuilding a middle class in Jamaica. Right? The middle class that was decimated by the PNP and with true FinSac. The website is now up, my people, and I'm taking my time to go through it. Yes, I am taking my time to go through it, you know, as you know, say. We over on this side. We don't like to give misinformation. My other phone is not on, King. I don't think you're hearing my other phone. I don't know what disturbance you're hearing. Right? But the site was up yesterday, and you had PNP operative already telling you that the site has vindicated them. Now, all of the Labour Party bloggers that I've listened to since yesterday say the same thing. Keep hearing a pinging sound. I don't think it's from my end. Oh, okay, that pinging sound. I think it's from TikTok itself. I think is when somebody else come online, you hear that sound. It's not from the other phone. It's actually from TikTok. So, the minute the site was uploaded, you have PNP operatives saying that, oh, we have been vindicated. Without even reading one single thing on the site. Like I said, every one of the Labour Party bloggers I've heard since yesterday says, oh, we're not read the site yet, you know, we're not really ready to discuss it, we're not really go through it. But we have been talking about FinSac for the longest while. And if we can be honest, and tell the people them, say, listen to me, we in that time yet we will tell you about the site, because we not fully go through it yet. We're still peaking and FinSac based on what we know, our experience with it. Right? But the People's National Party and the supporters since yesterday have been telling people, oh, it is vindication. But the Gleaner make something slip out. Me don't know how the Gleaner man is throwing the headline there, you know. But them say, Omar Davis has admitted that his administration, the Patterson administration, ignored international advice and the debacle that is now known as FinSac. So people was giving them advice. how to save it, how to make sure that these things did not happen. But them ignore, yes, King. He ignored advice and allow things like to happen because guess what? It was part of their agenda. It was about the transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich. Right? So I am looking forward to going through the site. I am looking forward to getting myself to confirm things that I've already known and to get to learn some new things. Because even listening to Meshach Willis and listening to Lola Gray Baker, I have learned some things that I did not know. As much as I've spoken and things like over and over, listening to those actual victims, I've learned things that I did not know. So going through the site, going through the testimonies, we will learn more. And I actually hear Omar Davis blaming the victims. Right? I hear Omar Davis blaming the victims. Right? So he's trying to absolve the government of its responsibility. He is trying to absolve his administration of their policy failure. Right? But I think this Sunday, Chaps we're supposed to have what's that hotel here for Montego Bay again? Well, Chaps is gonna have another and it balloon to 2.5. Godfrey Dyer. There you go, Petal. Thank you. Godfrey Dyer will be on Chaps this Sunday. King said data number 2 borrow 500,000 balloon to 2.5 million. There you go. Dyer borrowed 15 million. Pay back 45 and still 150. How is it their fault? Right? And the thing is that the mainstream media is publicizing Omar Davis saying something like that. Blaming the victim rather than taking responsibility for their policy failure. When Mark Golding go on the platform and tell you that the 90s was the most successful time, that is victim blaming. But as we say, people like those, them are go walk and live, but they will them are go suffer before that come for what they did to this country. And I for one have absolutely no forgiveness for the PMP and Mark Golding. No forgiveness, because guess what? Me live through that period there. And the young persons who was alive but didn't understand what was happening, my job is to teach, that's why they're here every day. Dr. George, no, I don't know that. It is from TikTok. It's not from my phone. It's a sound from TikTok. I honestly don't know if it stop it. So every time somebody else come online, it makes that sound. I honestly don't know how to stop it. There it is. Every time somebody pop online, is a notification up here. So every time it happen, it make that sound. I don't know to lock off whatever it is. My apologies. I actually don't know. It's a notification, yeah, from TikTok that somebody. No, I'm on a phone. But every time say a friend come online, it give that sound. I do not know. There it is. I do. But I know me have so much friends that come online today. It is off. Yeah, man, all thing is done. Media. All right, let's see. That is done. Let's see if I'm still gonna get it now. Right? But well, me just turn on the notification. Let me see if I thought it was done, but let me see if it go again. There you go. There you go. It's gone now. Thank you. Right. But that is it. That is the PMP for you. So I have absolute, yeah, man, as I say, the site is there, so just tune into Chaps this Sunday. But we are now taking our time and we are going through the site. We are reading and learning more about these victims. And now, a part of the claim of the Omar is that, why is it that of the thousands of victims, only about 30 or 40 of them complaining? Reason one, you threaten the rest of them. Yes, you threaten the rest of them. And I was told by a comrade, yes, some did. I was told by a comrade that if these people continue talking, they might meet the same fate as I forgot the name of the doctor that was killed. Right? So the treachery we're going, it run deep than those interviews. Right? That's why I prefer to listen to somebody like a Meshach Willis, somebody like a Lola Gray Baker, who tell their story in their own words. Not because nobody have paid them to do it, but because of them lived experience. Right? And that is what we appreciate. But so tune in, we'll continue. The black and white can't hide anymore. We don't hide. So we are going to continue to beat the drum because we believe that those persons were wronged. They're not taking no responsibility for this. In fact, they are actually now boasting about it. Right? They are actually now boasting about it. That is why Mark Golden can go up on political platform and tell us at the best time. But we know it was the best time for him. We know that it was a great time for him. He made billions of dollars. And I believe he's still making billions of dollars. And that is why he's scared of the Integrity Commission actually auditing his earnings. Because I believe that Mark Golden is a shareholder in Jamaica Redevelopment Company. I believe he's a shareholder and he's benefiting from that money today, which is why his assets are hidden and cannot be investigated. That is my belief. And that is why they are so rigorously pointing finger. Look at what Andrew have, look at what Andrew have, look at what Andrew have. No, we don't go back to them days, Anne-Marie. Right? That is why they are so pointing fingers. Look at what Andrew have, look at what Andrew have. Is that deflecting tactics? So that we don't try to ask him, by the way, what you have? By the way, what is it that you have? What we need to look on what you have. Right? And that is what the discussion have to be about going forward. We, and I believe all well-thinking supporters of the People's National Party should join in a call that Mark Golden make his assets public so that they can be scrutinized. If you have nothing to hide, why hide them? Why is it that because of a clause in the Integrity Commission Act, and listen to this part carefully, my people, because of a clause in the Integrity Commission Act, you don't have to declare assets of your adult children. You do not have to declare assets of your adult children. What did Mark Golden do in 2022 or 2021? He transferred majority of his assets into the names of his adult children. Where you hide? Eh? What you hiding? The Prime Minister could have done the same thing. What is it you have to hide while you decide to transfer all of your overseas company them in the name of your adult children? And the well-thinking supporters of the People's National Party who don't have no interest in that. You guys have absolutely no interest in knowing where the source of funds on the leader come from. I want to know. I want to know the source of funds of my leader. Right? But I am way against the manner in which my Prime Minister was singled out, pursued, and his entire business plastered in the public. Not just in the public. Not just in the public, you know. The Integrity Commission illegally, according to their own act, illegally sought the services of an overseas forensic auditor to audit our head of state. Why do these people still have a job? Illegally sought the services of an overseas auditor to audit our head of state, when the Integrity Commission Act clearly states that if in the process of an investigation you need overseas forensic assistant, it needs to go through the Financial Investigation Division. So the same FID that they are now turning to is one that they should have gone to before going overseas. It is in their act. Why do these people still have jobs? Why are they still earning $20 million a month and $25 million a month? Why? All of these people needs to be removed, and we get well-thinking Jamaicans to do the job, because I do believe the job of the Integrity Commission is very important to our country, because we do have a dark past. A dark past. We do have a very dark past when it comes to public accountability. Right? But these people that sit high and mighty and pour this stain on our parliament as they see fit cannot continue. They cannot continue. They not only do they know to interpret their own statutes, but they have violated it over and over and over again. And then sit and look and say, we are not answerable to anybody. Bullcrap. Even the person that was voted and elected and sent to parliament is answerable to someone. But uno sit down up at the IC and not answerable to no one. You went to the parliament and you basically accuse the parliament that there be mad people in and them are going to try to kill you. So you bring your own water. Essentially, you say, I be a mad people there parliament and them are going to try to kill you. Them are poison you in the water. So you bring your own. And you sit there and you and Greg Christie tell them, say, we don't have to answer no question because we don't know count. Well, those people, all 49 member of parliament, are the ones who went to the people in Jamaica, of Jamaica, and was elected to serve. None of you that sit on that commission has ever faced the people of Jamaica for an election. So how dare you feel that you have more say in the country than the people that was elected and sent to the parliament to serve and represent? How dare you? How dare you know? Again, I ask, why do they still have a job? Well, fear they have a job because our government is still a democracy. And we do not make dictatorial move like calling a state of emergency and lock up the opposition. No. So we are not going to strip an institution because we don't agree. Need for co-host. I don't who that labor, right? Right. We're not gonna strip an institution because we don't agree with them. We're gonna follow the law where that is concerned. So of course you can come join me. I believe that all our problem with the Integrity Commission will be solved in short order. Just have some patience. Right? Just have some patience and we will get there. Our Attorney General says that she believes that all of the rules needs to be rewritten. So the rule, and one of the main one that we'll remove from it is the one that says as a head of state, you can hide your assets in a living trust in another country and nobody can question it. That one needs to go. But yeah, that's what they're doing, Churchill. Their personal views supersedes the act. That is why the director of investigation can tell we say he will not certify the Prime Minister's declaration until he was satisfied. Until he was satisfied. So is that it was that it is about him. Right? So I welcome the idea and I want them to move with some haste. Antoine Brown, I want them to move with some haste to get it done. Right? We from scratch, get it. I think there's an integrity commission in there's one in Australia. I think there's a couple of other countries that has them. Right? So we need to read and learn best practices in those and rewrite our one. As it is now, I believe that Marky G write it to protect himself and protect his fellow criminals of the People's National Party that has assets that they need to hide. Right? That is the problem. That is the issue. So it needs to be rewritten in a way that is protects the people of Jamaica and not any politician. That's what we have now. It was written to protect certain politicians that write it so they know where the dark corners are. Right? Antoine Brown. You're in the box. What's going on? Antoine Brown. All right, Antoine Brown not speaking, so. Christy. Christy not speaking, so. Right. But I want them to move with haste to rewrite this rule, to rewrite the act itself, and get some new persons to interpret it. Right? Get persons that can actually do the job, whether or not you have a political belief or not. Get impartial persons that can actually do the job regardless of their political belief. We don't have that right now. Right now we have some people that are
Yes, Chuck, you're up on the mark, man. You know,
hold on. Was it my fault a while ago? Yes, it was. So maybe Anton Brown. That my people, I forgot I had turn down the volume on this thing. Echoing still?
No,
No.
I hear you good.
All right. Miss Chin, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Chuck. I come in very bad vibes today. Imagine my post I tell you how the man. Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Yeah, till Miss Chin come back, Chuck. One of the parts forget me. You hear me?
Yeah, ma'am, I hear you.
One of the parts forget me is when Christie I try play God. Because him think him know what Parliament intended when they created the act instead of following the act itself.
Right. Not just him, all of them up there.
Yeah.
All of them up there believe that their personal interpretation is what them for use. Them personal feelings, what me believe, what me feel, what me like.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So the written words don't mean much to them. Because it's about them own personal belief. That's why me say, when the man tell you say, I cannot certify until I am satisfied. Right? Not until all the criteria are met, until I am satisfied. Right? So tell me how that makes sense. That we have some guidelines that you are supposed to follow, and your scale is not when all the criteria are met. So if all the criteria are met and you don't feel satisfied, you're still not gonna certify it. And like me say, this is the problem we have with the media, because he was allowed to get away with that statement. Yep. And that statement is actually, he was brave enough to write it in the report, No certification can be done until I am satisfied. Oh, that makes sense?
But Chuck, it's a continuance, from the IC annual report, where Justice Seymour Panton gave his view, and listening to him and all this stuff, they're all following Panton. They're following the stance that Panton takes, that it's whatever I say goes. Because remember, the first deviation of it came when Panton gave his comments in the annual report earlier this year, when he stated he does not see anything wrong if the declarant want to disclose that he is being investigated, even though the act clearly says no person.
Exactly.
The exact words was no person. So are you going to say no? I don't understand how something so clear can have ambiguity. It's very clear. It said no person, and the reason you see everybody is trying to make it seem there is ambiguity is because of Justice Panton's stance.
Exactly.
Because of his stance, everybody think them have to cover it. And next point that you said, I don't know if you realize, but Kevin Gill himself Tuesday,
yes,
when they were asking him about what is the procedure for reports. Yes, Kevin Stevens said if it is that an investigation is done and there's nothing to it, the investigation would end and the investigation would not be tabled. And he also stated that once any report that is tabled is a complete investigation. If you read the reports, there was nothing in the report to go with anything for illicit enrichment, which means the investigation wasn't going anywhere. Why was Andrew Holness illicit enrichment investigation tabled? Looking at it, it should have ended right then and there, based on what Anamisa says Kevin Stevens to say. He said two things. Kevin said, if it is you're doing your investigation and you find that there's nothing there, you close the investigation and nothing is tabled. If it is that you do your investigation and you find out that there is something that breaks the law, you send it to the Director of Corruption and Prosecution for her to review and make a ruling. So it's 1 out of 2. Either you send it to prosecution or you close the investigation.
No,
Why
Renz, I think you said there was 2 different. If they find a breach of procedure
as well, you send it to the commission.
You send it to the commission.
You send
If
it
you
to the
find a breach
commission
of
for
law,
they to make a ruling.
yes. If you find a breach of law, you
send it to the corruption. And if it is you as the investigator finds nothing, you close your investigation and not file anything to Parliament, and that is going based on the Act. Why did Kevin send investigation pertaining to Andrew in close the investigation, and he found nothing? He stated it in his conclusion. Why did you table it in Parliament to make it public? Why did he do that?
It was about the behest of their leader who wanted the controversy to continue.
I think, and listening to Pantan has kinds when it comes down to politician. People are like Pantan thinking better than politician, and as a result, that same type of behavior is spread across towards the directors, the commissioners, and everybody. They're taking on the stance of their leader. And as a result, Kevin acted in such manner because he thinks that he was above the politician and there was something there to be found. If you read the affidavit, Andrew Holness' lawyer getting grief upon him. There was a standoff between Mr. Holness' lawyers and him because they were saying, what are you doing with 2022 and 2023 declarations? Your scope of investigation is to be at 2021. So till them lawyers that call the investigation supposed investigation because them realize it's a witch hunt. And I believe Kevin felt hurt and felt belittled, and as a result, he tabled the report as spite. And he went on to state that, he cannot go any further because information isn't being provided. The information he asked were pertaining to 2022, 2023. Kevin was not given these to investigate. He was only asked to investigate 2021.
But when he had closed, remember, as can to their own report, they had closed the 2021 report, and that report is still not tabled in Parliament because guess what? Nothing was found. Remember, it's 2 investigations they did at Andrew Wallace,
Yes, and he decided. Well, you remember it is to 2021. No, remember 2022 wasn't touched. Beresford said he hasn't touched 2022 because he's waiting on Kevin to wrap up 2021. One of the reasons Beresford is also a respondent is because they are saying that Beresford neglected his responsibility, which is to go through 2022 and 2023 and pass it on to the investigator. They're saying the only way Kevin could have this in his possession is because Beresford passed off his responsibility to Kevin, and that is illegal. It is. Let me tell you something, and that's why we keep on tell people read the report and read the affidavit. You read the report, you listen to Kevin's version of things. Which, when I read the affidavit, I listen to Andrew Holness' version of what happened, and he put his evidence with there. If a police is arresting you, and me I said this to all the comrades there, the police is supposed to tell you what you are being arrested for. And how is it that they come to this conclusion? Kevin Stevens only told the Prime Minister he's being investigated for illicit enrichment and didn't tell him why exactly or what purpose. He didn't do that at all. There cannot be any illicit enrichment in 2022 and 2023 because he had losses in those years. That cannot trigger an illicit enrichment investigation. That cannot trigger an illicit enriched investigation.
I like in the Parliament, I think it was Malahufo that asked a question about let me call it again, interim reports. If
yes, and he said there is no such thing as interim.
Exactly. Once a report is sent to Parliament, it is final. That is the words from them, you know. Once a report is sent to Parliament, it is final.
And this beats back to what Senator Shireen Campbell was saying. She was saying the investigation into Andrew Holness is final. It is done.
It is done.
It is done. It is done. There is no, it has no investigation going on. And Kevon said it. Me know where I say in a court now, in a parliament use, I go use back against him.
In a court.
It is going two main things he said to win Tuesday. I go use back in a court. One, when say once it is tabled, it is final. There's no investigation. And two, where he talk about the typical procedures of how you dispose of investigation. Either it is you don't find nothing and you close the investigation, you don't table it. You find breaking a law and you refer it to the Director of Corruption Prosecution, or three, you find someone breaking a code of conduct and you send it over to the commission.
Commission to deal with
Andrew Holness fall under section 1. He found nothing to suggest that he broke any laws. And he said it in his report. He said he found nothing to suggest that he broke anything in regards to illicit enrichment, which means the investigation closed and it should not have been tabled. He should not have disclosed so many things, and he did it to try and prejudice the person.
That is the whole goal. That is the whole goal of the Integrity Commission. Remember, as I said, these people are out for one thing. It is character assassination. And that is the goal. That is the order that they were given by a Suma Golden. Welcome, Mr. Richards. I see you.
Hi guys. Sorry, earlier Chuck me did cut out because we get a very important call. But what I was saying, I don't mean to cut in a conversation, what you guys are talking about. But on a need for know, the video I made on Barneswell, Sian Liar Barneswell, he decided to respond to me. Put all my name in it too, call all my government name. And yes, him knows me. And he proceeded in a part of the video to say, oh, me need $3,000 to do my ear. So, yeah. Yeah, man, me need $3,000.
What you say is that the mayor of Maypen? No, not Maypen.
Former mayor.
Former mayor.
Councillor.
The former mayor has decided to chasing you off.
Trace me off. What do you need to see the video?
All right, you need to send me that video so I can repost it.
Yeah, man, I'm going to send it, man. I'm going to put on it too. I'm going to make sure, I want you cut it and put the last part. But I responded to him already, you know, because guess what? No. In the video, he's so stupid. He's going to tell me in the video now how much me I talk about what the MP do and what him never do. And I'm saying that he went on his platform to say that the Jamaica Bauxite Institute, he's thanking them for doing the Holy Town in his division. And I'm saying he's deceiving the people because the member of parliament went on his platform on the 11th of October because he's the one that advocated for the road to be done through the JBI.
Michelle.
Oh, me alright?
Good man, you alright?
Yeah.
So the fact that him now come on social media now, Chopper, you're not mute. The fact that him now come on social media now, if he come defend it, and I gotta tell me how much this your body and that the body they do that the road and whatever. So I ask him, I say, which body you lobby through? We all know say no MP not take money out of pocket for the road. We know no councillor not take money out of pocket for the road. The only time people see you are when a dead yard or funeral. Cause you're going to go for your mouth people pat. But which road you do?
Miss Jean, you're right. You know what that mean now? It means that you need to dig at him some more. You get on
Jesus, man. Of course, me get on them skin.
Get on them skin, so stay under there.
That's where I shall be. Me not go under him, you know. Me not go under him.
Your skin can you reach under that. The minute you take the time out for respond to you, it means that you get under.
The man never have TikTok. The man never have TikTok. Chuck, if you look on the man followers, you know him never have TikTok. A councillor Swan Barnes will write on it. You cannot be a councillor in a parish and you have a big PMP and a 45 follower you have.
Yes, man.
Just download TikTok.
Just download it. Just because, yeah, man. So you get
Just
on
to
that
come out
skin.
here with me.
So keep it going. Just send me the video.
Yeah, man. Me start chopper, me send it to you. Me gonna send it to everybody.
Take you run
And me
it.
I go cut the part when him tell me about me ear. And at that part, then me I go down pan him pan.
Typical
Anyways, I'm gonna
PNP,
continue.
man. They not no facts of them or cuss about anything.
But no, my part is that yes, me I go get cussing. If this was coming from Andre Stevens or Dre Bryan or one of them, I wouldn't be surprised. The two we are two normal citizens in this country. But to know
But
that
if that come from the two other woman, Andre Stevens and Jay Bryan, you could
yeah, man,
understand.
know that come, yeah, man, I know say them a
But
tracer.
Shin, are you him a look hyper fan or other way around? Because you have more
Exactly.
followers and views than him.
Can I tell you? If you know say a man we a farmer, mayor, councillor for a division for over 20 years, and you come on a platform for trace a citizen of this country?
Wasn't Cian Barnes well the same man that went with a group of bad
Him
man?
same one man.
One choke. Him same one.
Member
Him
of
same
parliament
one.
from fixing the road.
Yes, him and the police
And
have
I
to
him
reach.
see
You can go
one,
there
as
with
him
gun.
see one go there, I him see one go there, as him see one go up on Dre Bryan platform to go tell him happy anniversary.
Then that's why you
Let me make sure.
face.
That's what I make sure tell him.
Brands.
Yes, man. So I make sure I tell him, chaps. Me tell him a while ago up on my platform. Me say me know me born with two tongue, you know. Cause me near woman, so me sure me born with two tongue. But it look like you born with two too.
Inherit one.
Yeah, man, he inherit one man. So me want him come back for me again.
Yeah, man. You get under his skin, so just stay under there.
Yes, man. I'm not asking you to show
Good
up.
afternoon, sir.
Blessed love, ones and ones, labor rights and labor rights and labor rights and more labor rights. When I look on Facebook, I see labor right. I look on YouTube, I see labor right. I look over X and I see labor right. I go Instagram, I see labor right. When I look over TikTok, I see labor right and 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 more labor right. So big up on yourself.
Shower.
Yes, man.
Love the energy. Love the energy. If PNP going at the gutter, where we are go?
In the gutter with them.
Same place in the gutter.
Same place in the
In the trench. In the trench. Like how me I look for you, Richards, from yesterday.
Warmington did one way, you know. Warmington did one way. Don't forget that.
Anywhere they go, and there we are go. If you go in the trench, we in the trench. If you take the moral high ground, we will be up there with you. But don't believe, say you. I gotta tell me if you suck my mother, I'm gonna send you back up underneath your dead granny. And I don't want nobody come tell me, oh, Chopper, you're a part. I'm a part of nothing.
Chaps,
I am a citizen, and I am a labor right. And I will defend my leader anytime.
Same way, so. Any day, anytime.
I don't want nobody come tell me, oh, Chopper, you have to be a little, you have to take what high ground? Make
You're
some
not
boy
taking
in a
no
train
high
go shoot
ground.
me. You must say mad.
No high ground when I
Couple years ago.
Mad.
Couple years ago on
When you say
Facebook.
change, if a dirt, a dirt.
I see him, so the Prime Minister sit down and the
Okay.
First Lady all this few much years now.
I'm making a
then
step up on
sit down.
PPM. I'm gonna step on the PM for years. If a dirt, a dirt. And we say, Mark Golden, statutory declaration, all of the illicit enrichment we have, we want to see it.
We want
We want to see all of the Finsack house where Mark Golden and his wife and Pitney and family get. We want to see it. It's locked up in an offshore bank account. We want to see it.
And we not stop make nice feet neither.
We want to see the preferential treatment where people from the PNP got during the 1990s. Oh, I don't know why you about the past. I forgot. I don't like to hear about the past. Well, we want to see it. We want to see all that the PNP received during the 1990s. Yes.
We want to pull up back the contractor general report. Yeah, what the contract when talk about the Finsack and the sweetheart deals.
Yes.
Okay.
We want to see it. We want to see it, and we're not being unreasonable. So the comrades them who don't want to hear about in the past, go drink Gramac Zone.
You want to hear them
You realize that
trivialize it. You want to hear
2023
things
statutory.
yesterday.
You realize that 2023 statutory declaration for Mark. I realize that them might review it because remember during reading Andrew Holness report, you realize that they might look on 2022-2023. It was submitted up to the 29th of March. What is going
We
on?
need to go back over Mark Golding own and find out
What is
what
going on? It should have been
exactly.
declared by now. Why is it isn't being declared?
Right.
Is it under
Right.
investigation?
And
Show a labor rights. Show a labor rights. One tell him house to him son. When
all of that, your 27-year-old son buy a house for $20 million. Never work a day in their life. We want to know what can go so.
What chaps? There's a rule in the IC, you know, that says your assets of your adult children cannot be investigated.
But not only that, we're not talking about that. There's a part in the IC that also speaks to what triggers illicit enrichment. If it is that your earning is substantially high and cannot be explained, can Mark Golding's son explain how he get $35 million house? What can go so?
I want to ask a question. Good evening, everyone. So, is statutory declaration is being reviewed?
I don't know. You'd have to tell us, Philippian. Is it being reviewed?
I believe it is being reviewed.
Do you have a copy of what is posted on the Integrity Commission's website?
You want me to pull it up?
Oh, absolutely. Let's tear
sure.
that son of a bitch to pieces.
Okay, please hold.
Let's look up in our business. And that is the disparity, you know, folks. On a serious note, that's the problem we have. One of the big problems we have is the fact that the Prime Minister's statutory declaration and his finances can be open to the public, right? But yet the opposition leader has chosen to hide his. If the veil of secrecy can be lifted to expose the Prime Minister's companies, why can't the veil be lifted to expose what is under Mark Golding's companies?
But this is what they're saying in a Chuck. According to the PMP, them, it no matter because I know Mark Golding a Prime Minister, but we need them to understand. So we don't want to wait till him a Prime Minister.
He doesn't have to be Prime Minister.
Wait till push come to shove.
When Andrew was running, they made a talk about him house and one how him get him house.
No,
So
but not only that. Not only that.
apply to the
law.
Prime Minister and the opposition leader.
No,
The
it
law
applies to the
applies to
black
both.
man, but not the white man.
Listen,
A black
both
man time
positions
now.
are treated equally by law. The opposition leader is the
I was
queen.
just about to say that nowhere with it the ICA states that one is treated or one is scrutinized more than the other. They are both treated as ones. As a matter of fact, once your statutory declaration, that is the opposition leader and the Prime Minister is submitted, they are prioritized. They
And
are
not only
scrutinized
prioritized, both of
first.
them have to be released to the public equally.
And so they are treated as one.
Right.
None of them know over the other. Because you have to, and people need to understand this. Our opposition leader is the Prime Minister is 18. Area one,
question, Renz.
you're treated as one.
Renz, if the Prime Minister statutory declaration can be exposed in that by law, companies are treated as companies. They're not treated as tied to the individual directors. They are independent of the directors. The question I'm asking, why is it that the Integrity Commission lift the veil of secrecy on the Prime Minister, the companies that are associated with the Prime Minister, but they did not do the same thing for Mark Golding? Why is it that $1.9 million, which is insignificant in accounting, doesn't trigger illicit enrichment, doesn't trigger anything abnormal, but you use that as grounds to lift the veil of secrecy among the companies. Now, I'm just simply saying that the same knife will stick sheep, allow it to stick goat. Bring out Mark Golden statutory. Unveil the company, one call it Goldex, Tajibi and Goldex. It's two companies. Pull those companies apart. Let us see where the money come from, the assets were derived from.
What are the shareholders?
So we can feel comfortable that our Prime Minister
and the Prime
pass the litmus test,
according to them,
and the opposition leader can pass the same test. But it is unfair for us to really allow the Prime Minister's business to be exposed the way it did, and we're not doing the same thing for Mark Golden. So I'm just asking for equity in how we do these things. Equity.
Chuck, I sent it to you. It's only like 4 pages, 3 pages.
Read the conclusion page. Because if I come off of this, I can't read it on the phone. I won't be able to do it. If you can. The conclusion page.
Hold on. Let me. I had it open here. Let me.
Chuck, if you want, you can send it to me and I can read it.
But in all honesty, though, no chops. In all honesty, though, no chops.
Yes.
You're not supposed to disclose anything other than your findings and the brief summary. That's how it works. That's one of the reasons.
Not in the case of the wholenesses. Not in the case of
that's what I was about to say. That's why they're saying that Kevin Stevens breached the Privacy Act by disclosing so much information to the public. You know, one of them is him account number.
Yes.
I see.
That's and listening to, and this is what I am saying. Kevin freaked up and you realize.
Hold on. Sorry. What do you mean? See the man account number?
Yeah, in one of the reports. What do you mean by that? You see, in a report, one of the account number. I don't know if I'm mistaken, make or what. The full account number is there.
The score.
Because I
Go ahead, genuine one. I will talk. So what I was saying though, that is one of the reasons they are saying that they breach.
Genuine one is echoing.
Genuine one echo? Yeah, I'm not trying to find out who echo, you know. Genuine one. Continue, Range.
That is one of their reasons. One of the breach. One of the things that he spoke of in his affidavit is breach of privacy. If you listen to what Kevin said, and we said earlier, the investigation closed. You did not find a breach of code of conduct. I did not see anywhere that he broke any law. This should not have been made public. Kevin said it in Tuesday's parliament. Even when they're doing an investigation and you send it over to the Director of Corruption and Prosecution, she does not disclose so many stuff about the person being investigated. And then first we see this happen. Ian Ailes is an example. He was referred to MOCA for investigation, and we never see so much information about Ian Ailes. You realize too, I don't think Kevin realized he put himself in a one pickle when he answered Tuesday. But I know that he picked up that he made an error when he treated the company as one with Andrew. Because you hear what his response was? He's not going to speak on a matter that is before the courts. And even when they said, I'm not speaking to a specific manner, I'm saying generally. I'm not going to speak on something that might affect the court. They realize him freak up right then and there. And the lawyers pointed out, if you read the affidavit, the lawyers had pointed out to him before he do all this and make a mess, the lawyers had pointed out to him. And we have a next thing to talk about as well. Panton was written to and asked about the investigation and the procedures, and he did not respond to the Prime Minister. So for a long time,
They believe they're above the law.
Pantan is a law unto himself, you know.
Yes,
It's a law unto him own herself. But look here, Renz. Me get a sense like Kevin, as what you say, Kevin realized that him screwed up, you know. And you see, the one Dean Jackson and Clyde, when Shereen did up on the program with them, and Shereen go over it and insist. And I say, it's final, the report is finalized. Remember, you know, Dion and the one Clyde, some more of them now go apologize when they're.
But remember, you know, and them come up with this because remember when she released the video stating that investigation is closed according to the acts. All of a sudden, they were the one coming up trying to find an excuse for what Kevin did and say, oh, it's an interim report. Kevin said nothing no go, so nothing name once it is tabled, it is final.
Yeah.
And I hear them make sure they confirm this is a final, once this tape, and he said, yes, it's a final report. I not even think Kevin realized that what they might try to prove right this
try to do to him because it's like me think him realize after I'm finally answering him even I'll quote this section like in that section 54.
Yeah, and then whatever. That's what I think that's one of the reasons Marlene Malahou say you're not an attorney.
Yeah.
I think that one of the reasons, you know, because she realized that him say some things.
Yeah.
When I realize him say, and him a react, and him no realize that him a go outside of the act.
Yeah, them man must scold him. They must can't go boy school.
Yeah, man, them are going to pressure him to say, boy, you give him the secret, you know.
Yeah. You give it because guess what? That just piggyback right into one of the things that were on the affidavit.
So, people don't want to me echo say me?
No, you're good.
I'm tell you, when I realize how much time the man drink water after a while, after him drink the water like him start swallow him spit, you know when you're nervous? I realize that Jesus, I'm tell you when I realize something off with him. When he was leaving, when everybody was leaving, he was making a hasty retreat. Apparently now it's like him take a look back and say, boy, everybody shake the chairman and then I greet everybody. He just shake the chairman and, right, for the oversight committee. I made a hasty retreat. I was like, I tell you something. Boy, which
one of them said them have somewhere to go? Which one of them said them have somewhere to go at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock or something like so them have to go?
No, I did miss a parliament the first of them that start up.
About another engagement.
And they were
Parliament started at 1.
Yeah, and some foreign person, some person they come down to meet up with them too. But listen, you see what me realize is that like me don't want to say me feel sorry for Kevin, but it was clear that he was used. It was clear that because he was supposed to be this neutral person, they put all the responsibility on him to draw out the prime minister, and while they're right behind and them know exactly what them are do. But you see, everything just a fall back down pan him now. And you see when him answer the question about the interim report, he answered it to the best of his ability. And he's like all I know, him not even realize. Say after him do all I want do and refer the matter for prosecution, I ask it to be referred to the FID. Him basically invalidate what him just say about the finality of the report.
Well, hold on, guys. Let me hear. We have a bracy duck. Oh, bracy duck. All right. That was about but bracy jump off. All right. But as you said, if you say it all the while, you know, Petal, just listen to them, you know. Listen to them.
We disagree with Petal. We disagree with the Petal.
Why?
The man is a damn liar. He ain't supposed to know better. He ain't say him a liar. He ain't supposed to know better. You're not supposed to make nobody use you. That position, it not just come like that. And anybody, I guess them put in it comes with responsibility. Right? And you can't come now, you can't follow the crew and damage somebody's reputation, especially the Prime Minister of a country, and not feel like you're going to be held liable for it. You don't go like that. Me don't want no excuse. Me don't want no excuse for them. They are to be held responsible.
Yeah. in damage for him own though, you know. And what me
Of course.
me not say me feel sorry for him, you know, because him supposed to know. But you know what? He was not arrogant. You know, all of it. He was not rude and he was not arrogant. You see, I like the one.
It's just that they use somebody
Yeah.
and him get, but
no,
because he
I
was
agree
not
with Chica.
arrogant.
Don't use the word rude.
He was not.
He was
Yes,
not
Christy.
used. He was a part of the plan.
Of course.
His demeanor in Parliament was how comfortable he was with the work that he has done.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
It
I
was
disagree. I disagree.
It was a humbleness.
Pantan display what the organization represent. Pantan and Greg Christie. You notice how them cock up earlier. You notice how them cock up and then just them come and say, oh, this is what. Yeah.
So the whole of them. He is the head, and you can say that's the demeanor of everyone, and Christy too. Christy as well.
Chuck, for some reason, I can't mute my mic. Sorry, Renz, I'm about to
You have to press yourself in the box, and you see it come up. You now mute for sure.
Here you go. I muted you.
Chuck, how you do to the settings? It look like something.
It's the same thing with me. I can't see the mic.
Even the trouble settings.
I can't see the mic either. I have to press on myself.
You have to touch back your box and then it come up.
Maybe it's a new, maybe TikTok update.
But I chew them attack.
Update nothing. I search I do every minute from the other day. Sometime you can see it and next time you can't. Because I can't see my mic either.
Let me tell you something with Christy, what Christy did. Christy at first understood the law, 53 section 3, in regards to the man Charles had agreed to it. No one. And he was like, the word is there, it says no one. And they were okay. Julian Robinson, I remember Julian, them are there to appease the opposition. And I say, yes, you can speak. And he did so by reading Pantan remarks from this year's report. Christy realized Justin Pantan made an error. What me have to give Pantan credit for, Pantan realized he was wrong and he said, point blank, I could be wrong. Christy think he need to take it up on himself if he can't disrespect Parliament. You made the law, you should know. I can't interpret it. It's like, as I'm when Charles rub him out.
And why
it's
are
a
you
specific question.
I'm glad one me never did it.
Hold on. Everybody in the part, I have a question for you, please. If you don't find somebody to be very boring, would you visit them place every day?
No.
In that case, I want to welcome Ashra
Just slide past.
No.
Slide onto the slide.
In that man, I want to welcome Ashra Gandria, who thinks I'm boring, but is here with me.
For example,
Is it true that she's Dr. Angela Brownberg?
remember, this is the only place they can come and hear some constructive argument and they can learn.
Our sister.
Oh, it's Brownberg's sister. Oh, all right. Yeah.
Ashra love a company and then boy the Barracuda kick her off in program and cause a peer problem from what year. So Ashra love a company and she like it here.
Welcome, ma'am. We not give them over here, you know.
But when you go on her page, it seems like she's deranged, man.
That's crazy. You have a right for school and TikTok. Nobody that's a welcome.
You have a right to go a pass. You have a right to pass who is boring you, who is bored to you, who you perceive as bored.
Boring.
Right. But yes, sir.
Then you continue because we not make you distract. We not make you distract we.
Yes.
Remember Julian was even asked what is the series of correspondence as to when is it the person is advised that they are being advised, when it specifically states that the person is under investigation for illicit enrichment.
I think you read that too. When he said they are not advised.
Yeah, we don't know. But want to know if Miss Daniel Archer, she there.
We beat our chest.
We beat
Hold on. People, let me give you a little. One of my co-workers now, you know, is being investigated, right? And he used that term. And the man I said, genuine one. My house not even value that. Me not even earn that. So would them get them piece of information here? Right? Them have the man all over if you spend money, if you dig back in a prior years to get a kind of statement. And the man is livid. I know the gentleman
you hear
personally.
Barry Ford said you're not supposed to do it.
So it is. Oh yeah, you ask people. I can tell you something. You know, during COVID, I remember filing my. I have never from memory. I have never ever been late with my statutory declaration. Never. Either on the day. Right, I've been working in the public sector for 21 years. Either on the day I submitted that it is due, or before. And in I think it was 2022, 2023, they asked me, I think it was the year 2020, they said to me that I never filed 2019. I'm going to tell them, say, boy, I don't know if that is true, but as far as I know, I filed. And them said to me, I can't no file. I said, listen, and them asked me to give a plausible excuse. I said, listen, no, if I didn't file, it's probably because of the whole COVID-19 situation. Because 2019 up into March 2022, it was COVID time. And I said to them, a lot of business places were closed down, right? But I still remember filing. And they indicate that if I never submitted my report, they would have charged me, right? Right now, to be honest, people where I work are being asked for a lot of information. I don't know when they're going to reach me as yet, right? But the people are very frustrated because these are people who basically adjust them salary, I carry them through every single month. Just them salary, I carry them through every single month.
Genuine man may think this, all of them behavior show them up. I think they might go get real. Notice Marlene Malawo was very calm. She did look on them. Because she deals with constitution and acts and so you notice she was very calm. And she did look on them and go on. I think there's going to be a huge change to the IC. Lamar says something which we forget to talk about. On a notice when them asked about the reports that was filed on the 27th, whose report it was, and everybody said it was Stevens' report, meaning the commission never everybody take with themselves like they must say enough for them report as Stevens' report. When they say that part, eh?
No, I didn't.
I saw it. Everybody was saying that one claim said him just the conduit, which are the Greg Christie, right? Everybody put everybody take them take out them name off the report.
Yeah, everybody take with themselves.
So them put the man on he needs to look into himself and say, listen, I can't tell you why he was behaving so earlier too. He was riding off the energy of the chairman. Yes.
Because they all agreed, genuine one. I believe that they all agreed the night before that we are going to Parliament to be combative.
Yes. But I can tell you, Malawo Fort, she's like Gregory Isaacs and the cool ruler. When she just come in with some nice little question and back him up in a one corner. Him about out say the matter is there's a particular matter before the court I can't answer. And this and that. To back him up in a one corner, it made him so nervous. Him not realize say, him basically cause problems, with that matter that is before the court. Especially because him claims say you don't have nothing that is called interim report. So if you submit a report to Parliament for tabling it and you don't have nothing in
Genuine?
Genuine, I can get a call.
Yeah, it's true. It's true because I think they were setting him up as well when they asked about what's the procedures with reports? Him say, one, if there's nothing, you close the investigation and it is not tabled into Parliament. Two, if they break the law, you send it to the Director of Corruption and Prosecution, she review it and she make a ruling. Or if you break...
Renz, the first investigation that they did in Andrew Holness, that would have been the case with that one, where they found nothing.
Yes, because they were asking him, and he said that from the say change start, and he said the reason it wasn't tabled is because the investigation closed and there was nothing into it, so it didn't need to be tabled. So him not realize that he must set up himself this September 27th. One of the two, I remember two investigations. One was for the accounts, the 4 accounts that they found. And he has thought that the law was broken, and the Director of Corruption Prosecution said no. The second investigation is regards to illicit enrichment, and based on his conclusion, he said he found nothing to suggest such. So that means it should have been closed and not tabled. Him not realize that he might contradict himself, you know, because remember, I don't know who is it that asked him. Someone asked him, why wasn't that one, the one in the February one, not tabled? And it's because, it closed and there was nothing there. So the investigation closed. Basically discarded, so you don't table those. You just do an investigation.
I think Charles did ask.
Charles asked him, yeah. Why was this one tabled?
So Renz, this is what I have been saying for such a long while. That remember that there is a 4 months gap, in between, a 4 or 3 months, according to the report, according to the
new investigation.
Right. So this is why it should have been, because 2021 should have been certified, because they were investigating him on the merit that he had those 4 accounts, why I never mentioned. Right? All right. Them him investigate, him adjusting statutory declaration, them sending go the prosecutor say no charges, so he should have been certified for 2021.
Headlines.
Legal showdown.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, but hold on, like we're not here. Some headline news.
Smith says this government has done more than any administration to address the physical deficiencies in the court system.
We're putting in this new wine, so to speak, in old wine skin.
To look at the justice system and to not acknowledge the improvements that have taken place.
Minister Darrell Lavar is concerned about inconsistent service from electricity and telecommunication providers since the passage of Hurricane Beryl.
In news from the rest of the world, gangs attack neighborhoods across Haiti's capital in a new wave of violence.
President Joe Biden says Lebanon ceasefire is possible, but an end to the Gaza war is harder.
In headline sports, West Indies suffer semi-final heartbreak at ICC T20 World Cup in Saraj.
Okay, guys, that was news headline. Back to us.
So I was saying that they actually, I think they broke the law as well. We all know that they broke the law by not certifying the PM's statutory declaration for 2021. And as Renz has been lamenting, they went on into 2022, which is not yet even given to them from, well, I guess it was given to them by the Director of Investigations, right? So them did they play around
information.
Them did they play around with the man business while they had nothing on him, because they're saying, okay, after overlooking 2021, we saw that you had the 4 accounts. The 4 accounts were not on your declaration. Them saying to edit it and add it, which he did, right? Him do that, then them go to the prosecutor, she said no, right? So at that juncture, they should have certified his thing. All right. You know what they did? 4 months later, they opened another investigation on him. And this is when I don't know what them did I look for, because I think this is when they say, okay, we're going to get the financial, the forensic auditor and all of that. I think that's when it all started, because if you look in the report, the gap is there, February, and then they started to investigate him again in May.
But
So
Shiga, I think it has something to do with whatever is in the file that was sent to them by the People's National Party. I think it has something to do with that. Because remember, them people admit that they embark at the behest of the PMP, they embark on an investigation of our Prime Minister, which I am sure is illegal.
Let me say this as well. From reading the report and everything, it is triggered by Zara Burton. Zara Burton did something like this to the Prime Minister, where she spoke about charity accounts and whatever. It is down the same line, down the very same line Zara Burton went. And it is just so disappointing to me, because I am saying you are taking information from somebody. All right, them said I'm investigative journalist. Then what did you do? You're just going to take it and say, okay, yes, it's a charity company, or it's a charity, not a company, but it's a charity, and indeed it is not a charity. So it goes down the same path, everything line for line, who were partners in the company, who were shareholders, who is no longer shareholder, who is best friend. Yeah, yes.
She did that same one, and Mark Golding, I don't see them taking him to task with it.
That is what I am saying. That is exactly what I am saying. That is exactly what I am saying. Why is only the Prime Minister being scrutinized? Why is only him being scrutinized? The same thing. She did everything that is in that report. Zara Burton has it.
But let me say something for Ashra.
Nobody's attacking your journalism skill.
No one is. Well, I know. Did you all hear when Ashra's Zara Burton said that Mark Golding is not paying his taxes on his charities in Jamaica? I'm glad that you, Ashra, state that she's the most objective and fair person in journalism. Your position still stands on her statement that your leader isn't up to date with his taxes in Jamaica. He's only up to date with taxes in England. He only respects England's tax laws and not Jamaican tax law. Zara Burton said that. So you sure you want to still be saying that now? Sure, she has objectivity, but at the end of the day, Positive Jamaica is not a registered charity. It is not. Same say you have Miss Donna something where she go wrong and she collect money and do our charity. It's the same thing. Positive Jamaica is not a registered charity.
There's a difference between a non-profit and a charity. And that's why I always say, these people, we have teachable moments where we can teach people things, but people tend to use it to play political football. What the Prime Minister have is a non-profit. A non-profit, you're not allowed to take donations to. You cannot legally take donations to a non-profit. So when you hear people come, oh, you take, no, nobody money went into it. A non-profit cannot take donations. You have to put your money in there and you use it how you see fit. Right? And that is the case with this one. Right? That is the case with the Prime Minister. So I believe it's going to be an interesting date in court, and I believe that Marla Huford did ask those questions in preparation for the court date. I believe that's why she asked those questions to get the answer here. As them say, you know, if you go in a court to ask no question, you don't already know the answer to, you know. I believe Marlene was following that rule at the time when she asked those questions.
Good day, guys.
Why you all inviting Ashrag over here? Send her over a fish friend them or them black her from.
Hey man, Ashrag is welcome over here, man. She come to learn, you know.
Our fish friend them black her, you know, she can't go over there. Go ahead, Lashika, you go on, good girl.
What he got to do? And he talking about going there and said he can't go no land because
Anyway, me people, I have to tell you no goodbye at this point, you know. I have to run away. I shot tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll make it a marathon session.
Management.
So who go start one live?
I believe politics is gonna go on.
Politics are rig are Philippine.
Operations management of the country's affairs.
Philippine, just kick and go on. I miss the politics. I think politics is gonna go on.
Comment and welcome.
Yeah.
All right, Chuck. Big up on yourself.
Welcome that. So let me ask my wonderful future generation of the poor former PNP.
Yeah. All right, man. Politics are gonna go on. So what I'm gonna call him and tell him so he can start now.
All right, Ashrag, you can meet you up over politics.
Over politics and sport. Yeah, Ashrag love the company, you know. And we say, Frank, we not run her. She welcome over here. Because our information now we give out is to help everybody.
Nigel Clark, I don't agree with it, is the iniquitous policies of the 1990s that saw the national debt spiral, and it has taken approximately 30 years to repair that damage.
Senator Fitzhenry.
Understand that.
Family Planning Board, National Family Court, the Gun Court, the Edna Manley College for the Visual and Performing Arts, which produce a lot of great artists. He established the Greater Portmore Housing Development. He also established the Jamaica Bauxite Institute, JBI. He established the NWC that we still have today, Marcus Garvey High School, Bridgeport High School, Waterford High School, Mona High School, Herbert Morrison Tech. He repeal of the Masters of Servants Act, also the repeal of the Bastard Act. That makes it equality for everybody. The rights of union representation in the workplace, so the boss can't discriminate against you. He established equal pay for women, maternity leave with pay, national minimum wage, which now is 15,000. Michael Manley started that. He lowered the voter age to 18 to give young people the opportunity to vote. Also, universal access to secondary education. That's how important education was to him. Let's do Sir Patterson, PJ Patterson, Highway 2000 and the toll road infrastructure that everybody use now to go from east to west or west to east. Deregularization of the telecom industry, what we were just talking about. PJ established that. Depositors Insurance Scheme, Tourism and Enhancement Fund, PATH program, which this government brags about. They have nothing to do with it. Just show you the hypocrisy. National Health Fund, NHF. Jamaica Drugs for Elderly program, JDAP, which is helping seniors to get affordable prescription. JUCT, that Daryl Voss brag about that he's getting 100 bus. That was start. Tell him to go talk to PJ Patterson about that. Office of Utility Regulation, OUR. When they established it, it wasn't to rip people off and cause JPS to rip people off, I should say. Excuse me. Emancipation Park, a pastime that everybody goes to. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. Let me just reject this. All right. Where was Emancipation Park, right? Where it's a pastime where you can go and relax and just enjoy the nice, beautiful breeze in Jamaica and historical and cultural. It's a license of the Jamaica Used Car Imported Association. PJ started that so you can import cars into the country. RADA, Rural Agriculture Development Agency, which the farmers are supposed to be benefit. This government brags about it as if they had something to do with RADA. The Spectrum Management Authority, National Environmental and Planning Agency, NEPA, National Resource and the Conservation Agency, NRCA, Vocational Training Development Institute, VTID, in sport, the National Housing Development Corporation, NHDC, the Greater Portmore Housing Development. He upgraded junior secondary schools and secondary high schools. He also established Hope Road expansion, Washington Boulevard expansion, Cumberland Heights High School, Cut High School, Greater Portmore High School, Jamaica Police College, Montego Bay Sports Complex, the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, which is JSIF, Halfway Tree Transport Center, Sabina Park Upgrade, Trelawney Multipurpose Stadium, Falmouth Cruise Shipping Pier,
What you
Road
say?
Improve. May I tell you, man, when you look over the People's National Party has done, how dare these government...
No, Pastor Ricky. Hello, continue. I'm just in disbelief.
All
So
right,
continue.
let me finish. I'm almost finished.
Yes.
Trelawney Multipurpose Stadium, Falmouth Cruise Shipping Pier, road improvement and upgrade from Negril to Port Antonio. Now let's look at Sister P accomplishments. Hagley Park flyover, Mandela Highway expansion, Marcus Garvey Drive expansion, Constant Spring Road expansion, Western Jamaica Children's and Adolescent Hospital, resetting and strengthening of the Jamaica economy and its economical fundamentals, and decriminalization of marijuana to stop lock-up ghetto youth. Now, we just roll off a whole bunch of accomplishments, and me now and all of us want you to tell us, from Buster Monty to Bruce Golding and Andrew Olness, what their accomplishments are. Dre, I'll turn it back over to you. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Pastor. Completely.
This is what we need to beat them with every day now, because them can't manage this.
18 years. Since they want to talk about the 18 years, there you have it. No, man, we have to take a break. A musical
turn
pause.
after this.
We need to take a musical pause.
Yeah, give him time for the research. Yeah.
That is
Call
it.
your brethren them and tell them send it to you. Yeah, I want to hear it.
That is it. That I would love for a labor right to come out and tell the nation what are the accomplishments of the Jamaica Labour Party, because they like to talk about the 18 years of the PNP. Well, there you have it. Pastor Ricky just name out a list of things that the PNP would have managed to achieve within those 18 years. Andrew in for a 3-term. PJ use and achieve those, you know. Andrew in a 2-term. And I look for beg a 3rd term. What are the achievements of the Jamaica Labour Party at 2 terms?
I carry belly for PJ Patterson. I'm bad mind and jealous of PJ Patterson. The most honorable Right Honorable PJ Patterson, this Prime Minister carry belly theme because he lack of accomplishments, 18 years of greatness compared to 8 years of wasteness.
That is it. We have to take a musical break. We have to take a musical break. See you in 1 minute's time, my people. Rock and come in the class. You don't know. Rock and come. Wonderful, wonderful. Well done, Pastor Ricky. Beautifully executed. Thank you for listing those list of achievements under the People's National Party and the 18 years that they like to paint us for. We have what to show for those 18 years. Can we? Yes, Brian?
Yeah, them sell out here Jamaica. Them sell out the airport.
Them sell out the airport.
No, man, make him talk.
Them sell out all the beach lands.
Go back, go check your problem right. Go back and check it.
They are the same. JLP and PNP government they are the same. It just color change.
We just want all the accomplishments. How are they the same? What has JLP done for the
Brian?
What has JLP done to improve the people of Jamaica life?
Don't be an ignorant Jamaican.
They are the same.
Can you listen to me, sir? Please. Jesus have mercy. All right, we get the point. You say it 7, 8, 9, 10 times. They are all the same. We just listed. I must see about 7 minutes. Me paused the program so that Pastor Ricky could have read out the achievements of the PNP. And I'm asking, since as you said they are the same, all right, we would have listed out the achievements under the PNP. Can you identify the achievements of the JLP so that we can agree with you that they are all the same?
When I say they are the same, you know, they do more bad for the country, Jamaica more good.
Mr. Brian, walk with grace, you know.
What are the accomplishments of the JLP party?
Yeah. Yes. No, first I'm hearing about that. What is Busterman? But I don't know what is it. Yes. Yes. I don't know about that.
He doesn't know anything, man.
But you're not. You're a doctor.
Take time with him, general.
All right. What the past? All right. Most of the things that the pastor outlined that the PNP achieved. Yes. I'm no P. All right, in Jamaica, how much people can afford to send their kids to university?
I want to hear accomplishments of the JLP party, sir.
All right, stick up in.
Upgrading secondary school to high school.
All right, Brian. Lord God.
Secondary school not getting any funds.
Brian,
it's the same tradition high school.
Brian,
getting all the funds.
Brian, nobody now quarreling, brother. Take it easy. We're not quarreling. You just made reference about how many Jamaicans
can send their kids to university.
All right, stick a pin right there. Wonderful question. How many parents can send their kids to, send their kids to university? All right, Brian. Brian, you didn't know, say it was the People's National Party under the leadership of Michael Manley and also PJ Patterson that continued the free education in high school. Free education. You didn't know, say the PNP bring about free education?
Education is not free.
Can you just listen, please? Me no want nobody disturb me, please. You, Howard, mute your mic now, your background. Your woman, one of your ladies, them. Yes. Mr. Brian, what I'm saying,
The People's National Party, I don't know how they managed to do it, but it was started